Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my bonus video. This is the second video that I've posted this week. I'm going to show you how I did the design from last week's video. So I'm starting off with my BT Art Box tips. You guys are always asking me what tips I use, and these are them. They give you the most perfect tapered square or coffin shape. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that. But I did a video last week where I tested out 3 drills from Amazon. They were all inexpensive. I only did the filing process in that video, and I showed you guys the design I ended up doing in the end, and a couple of you asked me to make it into a video, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm just going to glue the tips on and cut them down to the length that I like. I didn't do too much prepping because I wasn't keeping them on for very long, so once I get them into the shape that I like, I'm just going to go ahead and start doing the application process. So you guys, I have a video where I do a tutorial on how to build an apex with Polygel. I use the 2-bead method. That video has over 10,000 views. That's amazing to me. It's actually close to 11,000, but I decided that in this video, I'm going to do a refresher on how to build an apex. So right now I'm using the Model 1's Light Apricot Polygel. Like I said, there's 2 beads that you're going to use to make the nail. The first bead goes on the tip. You're going to fit it to the tip, pulling it up and patting it into place. Once the very tip of the nail is nice and fitted, you are going to use backward strokes to blend that ledge of product into your natural nail. And once it's perfect, you're going to cure it in the lamp. I only like to cure it for about 15 seconds. It kind of just hardens that very top layer so I can work on the rest of it. And then later on, we will do a full cure. But you are going to see me speed through my ring finger and my pinky because it's the exact same thing, and I will just go into detail when I get to my pointer finger about the second bead. The second bead is our cuticle and apex bead. You want to place it where you want your apex to form, so the highest point of your nail. The first thing you do is take product towards the bottom and you just kind of put it around the cuticle. You don't have to necessarily fit it to the cuticle just yet. And with that big ledge of product, you still want to keep all the height in that product, and you want to smooth the edge into the tip bead. I'm telling you, this works every single time. It might take a little bit of practice and it might not come out perfect the first few times, but I'm telling you, it works so well. Once you're done forming the apex, you can go back into the cuticle and just kind of thin it out. Make sure that nothing's touching your skin. So my little trick is always taking the spatula around the cuticle. It leaves the perfect size gap between the cuticle and the product. Once it's all done, I'm putting it in the lamp for a full 60 seconds. The 15 seconds before did not cure all of the layers of the polygel, and the 60 seconds is going to. So I'm using a different nude. This is the Tomika Natural Pink Polygel. I'm using this on my middle finger and my thumb. This is the nail that's going to have that marble design, so that's why I did a slightly different nude. And I'm doing the exact same process. I'm doing the tip bead, and then I'm going back and doing the cuticle and the apex bead and curing it for 60 seconds. Went ahead and finished that up and did my thumb off camera, and there was no filing process in this video because if you remember me saying earlier, I did the filing process in a different video where I tested out the 3 inexpensive drills. I mentioned this in my last video and even last week's video, but I am doing a giveaway, so if you're interested in knowing what the giveaway is and entering it, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Moving on into the design, I'm using a Lime Girl gel polish. This is the shade 18. It's a really pretty pastel green color. This is the gel polish that came in that AliExpress kit that I got and tried out on my channel. I will put that in the cards above if you're interested in seeing that. I'm doing 2 coats of polish on the 3 light colored nails, and then I'll come back and show you that marble design on my middle finger. For the design, I'm using my mixing palette right here and the gel polish and my Kiara Sky Pure White gel polish as well. I'm going to be mixing them up and marbling them on the palette, so I'm just getting dots of each of them, mixing them up, and you're going to see me go back and forth from adding green and white until I get the perfect mix. There were many attempts and I did leave them all in here so you can see. I'm using base coat so that the gel polish has kind of like a slip layer for the design to slide right onto, because you're going to see I'm going to pick some product up with the brush and just slide it into the base coat. On the first try, I did not like it, so I ended up wiping it away and trying again, but adding a little bit more white. Here I'm trying it again. I'm sorry for being almost out of frame. I was really trying to see what the design looked like. But here's what it looked like. It wasn't bad, so I got a Q-tip to just fix it up. This design did get kind of messy, but I think it was just because it was my first time trying it out. But this is what it ended up looking like. It was so cute in the end. And I did the exact same thing on my thumb, but I cut most of that footage out because I was barely in frame or in focus. This is what it's looking like, super pretty. I'm just curing it all. Moving into the art, I have some gold foil, my Model 1's nail art glue, and my nail art glue brush with some pointy tweezers. I'm going to take just 2 random nail tools and I'm just pulling apart the foil, and as you can see, it was getting all over the place. Foil can be so messy and hard to work with sometimes, but I'm putting down a layer of that nail art glue and I'm just using the tweezers, placing the small bits on there and kind of squishing them up so they have more of a wrinkled look. And I just kept doing this until it was perfect on the top and the bottom. It kind of covered up the jagged line of that gel polish, so I'm gonna let you guys watch me do that. I did do my thumb off camera again because it was just not in focus. For my pinky, I'm using that nail art glue again for rhinestones. So whenever I do rhinestones, I do a layer of the nail art glue, a layer of top coat, and then I apply the gems into the wet gel. I'm just using some really pretty green ones that I have from a rainbow rhinestone kit. I'm just using the metal tip to fix it up, and once I like it, I'm gonna cure it. And it's time to top coat all of the rest of the nails and just kind of finish it up. This is what they're looking like straight out of the lamp. They are so pretty. They came out a little better than I was imagining them. So I'm just using some alcohol and a lint-free wipe to give it a final cleaning. And I'm using my Cusio Revitalizing Pomegranate Oil to moisturize my very dry cuticles. I'm rubbing it in, and I'm just going to model these nails for you guys. I absolutely love the way they turned out. I think they definitely kind of go with that spring theme of just more pastel colors. That is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this bonus video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.